Indiana lawmakers are moving forward with a bill that would limit abortion but with more restrictions.
Today, they approved changes to the legislation that would narrow those exceptions even further and add criminal penalties.
CBS 4 State House reporter Kristen Eskow joins us live now with more on today's major updates to the proposals. Kristen.
Well, Bob and Debbie, one of the biggest changes that was approved today was the addition of time limits for survivors of rape and incest to be able to obtain an abortion legally. Now, this bill was voted on by the committee, and the committee did vote to move the legislation forward to the full Senate. But just like the public testimony we heard yesterday, in which pretty much everybody was not satisfied with this bill, the same goes for the lawmakers on this committee. Most of the lawmakers say they have concerns as well.
Motion passes 8-4.
Republican Indiana lawmakers adding new restrictions to their proposed abortion ban. The bill allows exceptions for rape, incest, and substantial permanent risk to the mother's health.
Motion passes 7-5.
Under an amendment approved Tuesday, doctors could be charged with a level 5 felony for any illegal abortion. And lawmakers have set deadlines for rape or incest survivors to obtain an abortion. For a pregnant person under age 16, they would have until 12 weeks post-fertilization. For Hoosiers age 16 and older, that time limit drops to 8 weeks. All but one Republican on the committee voted in favor of the change. Senate President Pro Tem Rod Bray was asked how those deadlines were decided.
No, not arbitrarily chosen. I think 8 weeks is about to the heartbeat level, and I think the people had concerns about going out too far.
No.
Senate Minority Leader Greg Taylor emotionally voted no.
You're going to traumatize them again. At 16 years old.
After the changes were made, the Senate Rules Committee voted mostly along party lines to advance the bill to the full Senate. But some Republicans who voted yes still have concerns and say they may not support the bill going forward without changes.
How can religious freedom only apply to certain religions? I struggle with that.
The bill's author, State Senator Sue Glick, acknowledged it's a work in progress.
Nobody's completely happy with any piece of legislation, I think. We have to look at all the possibilities and all the ramifications of what we do here.
Now, as for the next step in the process, any state senator will be able to propose amendments to the bill. It's not likely all of those amendments will be considered. Now, after the amendments are voted on, we're expecting a vote by the full state Senate by the end of the week. Bob?
Chris, another piece of legislation being worked on in this special session regards social services. So where does that proposal stand right now?
Well, Bob, that's a $50 million social services bill meant to accompany the abortion ban. The Senate Appropriations Committee did pass that bill out of committee unanimously this afternoon, just a few hours ago. So that bill also moves forward to the full Senate for consideration. For now, we're live this evening at the State House. Kristen Eskow, CBS 4 News.